Hallo und herzlich willkommen zu Headlock, dem Pro Wrestling Podcast aus London vom WWE 2K20 Event. Wir haben heute uns mal wieder einen Superstar, einen WWE Superstar hier an Land gezogen. Niemand Geringeres als den ehemaligen WWE Champion Jinder Mahal. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
First of all, how's your knee doing? You've been injured for quite some time now.
Yeah, I had knee surgery 3 months ago. It's doing good, recovering, rehabbing. I'm here in London, WWE 2K20 event. Very excited for the game. It keeps getting better and better every year, and I'm excited to try it out here in a little while.
When can we expect you back in the ring? Do you already know? Or
About 2 more months.
Two more months?
I should be back, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right.
Yeah.
But until then, you can play WWE 2K20.
Until then, if you're missing the modern day Maharaja coming October 22nd, also on pre-order right now, you can get WWE 2K20 and a special feature I'm very excited about. If you get the deluxe edition, you get the bump in the night feature. I think it brings a whole new dimension to the video game. You know, you can play in a different way, in a kind of like a Halloween themed way. Halloween's right around the corner,
Absolutely.
so what better way to spend Halloween than a bump in the night?
Are you a horror, a Halloween fan?
Yeah, I'm a fan of horror movies. Yeah, you know what? I like Halloween time. And just I don't dress up myself anymore, but just seeing everybody else dressed up. I'm old and I hand out the candies at my house. So yeah, I enjoy Halloween. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a good time.
Any tips for horror movies that people should watch?
For horror movies, no, but I got a tip for those that are going to be dressed up on Halloween.
Okay.
Dress up as the modern day Maharaja Jinder Mahal. That's my tip.
For WWE 2K20, there's also the 20-year SmackDown anniversary edition, of course.
Yeah.
And you yourself, you've been part of quite memorable moments, right?
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
For example, all right, your title loss against AJ Styles made it in, I think, on top of the list also.
Yeah, that was unfortunately for me.
Yeah, sorry about that.
But that was the first time the WWE Championship switched hands outside of North America.
Yeah.
So that's what made that moment very special. It was a big shock. Actually, I remember I was laying on the canvas after 1, 2, 3 happened, and just listening to the crowd's reaction. Yeah, everybody was in shock. Everybody was thrilled. Also, not that I lost it, but that AJ Styles won. But yeah, that's another cool feature is you can relive all the favorite moments in the 20-year history of SmackDown. There's so many firsts in this game. Like, for example, Becky Lynch is the first female to be featured on the cover of a WWE video game. So, that's history in itself right there. So, that's very cool. And for the first time ever, and also career mode, you can do male or female. So,
True.
yeah, that's another big thing. It just goes to show you how far women have come. The women's revolution is amazing. Not only in WWE, but in sports in general. It's women they're proving they're not only equal, but they can perform better than even men. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm very proud of them. Proud of my friend Becky Lynch, because I've seen her for years be overlooked, and then she's finally getting what she deserves. All the attention, all the praise, and people love her. She's one of the hottest things that there is in WWE.
Absolutely. Speaking of being overlooked,
Yeah.
you had a little absence from WWE and came back and won the championship.
Yeah.
How was it coming back and suddenly being on top of the card? Before you haven't been. So you've been over the three-man band and stuff like that.
Yeah. So, I've had many evolutions in my career, debuting with Khali, three-man band, going away from WWE, having to reinvent myself and come back as a Maharaja, became WWE Champion. No, it was great, but it didn't happen by accident. It happened through a lot of hard work and a lot of effort and a lot of consistency, a lot of determination, a lot of discipline. I had to completely change myself. Basically, when I went away from WWE, I had like a feeling like I didn't give it 100% effort, and I always thought, okay, if I get another chance to come back to WWE, I'm gonna, give it my all, and I'm gonna work hard. I'm gonna outwork everybody, and that's exactly what I did. And just like Becky Lynch made history here by making the front cover, I made history because for the first time ever, somebody came from being released from WWE, and within that amount of time, I did it in 10 months, shortest amount of time someone became WWE Champion. So it goes to show you that through hard work, anything is possible.
Yeah. How did you remember the moment that you won the championship? Are there any fond feelings there? Is there something that you like to think back of?
Yeah, when the ref counted 1, 2, 3, it was like my whole life like flashed. I had like flashbacks of my life, like when I first started wrestling, getting signed, being released, like it was just kind of like a slideshow almost, like boom, all of a sudden like the moment came and I was like, what? Yeah, no, it was unbelievable. And then crowd reaction, everybody's like was like this. I think they showed the crowd and everybody's jaws are hanging. Like, what just happened? Yeah, nobody was expecting it. But that's the cool thing with WWE is things happen that nobody expects. For instance, Cain Velasquez showed up.
True. Yeah.
SmackDown on the premiere of Fox. Tyson Fury showed up on Raw. They have the press conference, and for the first time now, since I'm away with an injury, I've always been a fan, but I can watch it as a fan. I'm not there right now, and I'm genuinely like super excited because I don't know anything, especially with the draft. Like I'm excited to see where everybody's gonna go, where I'm gonna go. Am I even gonna get drafted because I'm injured? But I seen I was eligible, so I should be going quite high in the draft. But no, there's no better time to be a fan of pro wrestling, to be a fan of WWE. Everything going around, there's so much buzz, especially with the video game being released right now. It's an awesome time to be not only in WWE, but a part of the WWE universe.
Yeah, absolutely is. And speaking of, NXT is also
NXT,
rising to the top, and NXT UK.
NXT UK, yeah. I got a chance to watch the last NXT UK takeover, and I was blown away, And actually, I was talking to the guys earlier. It's Tony Storm and Trent Seven's first time in the video game. So I remember the first time I was in the video game. You know how exciting it is. It's still exciting for me. Like when the roster.
Getting used to it.
No, I'm not getting used to it because I'll tell you a funny story because. Every year when the roster list comes out, I'm still nervous. Like, oh man, did they forget me? Like, am I going to be left off? Like, for some reason, I still have that fear. Like, the first 20 names came of WWE 2K20 or the first batch of names, and I wasn't on it. I was like, oh my God, I better be on it. But luckily, the next day I checked my Twitter, and then someone tweeted me that I was on it. I was like, okay, so it's like a relief. No, but I'm always just as excited. Like, I'm excited now after these interviews. I want to see. So, someone that interviewed me earlier was saying, oh yeah, they did your entrance, and it was so cool. So I'm excited to see that. The gameplay gets better and better every year. It gets more realistic, more and more features. Like they add new dimensions to the game too. Like for instance, career mode. You start off as a rookie in NXT, and just like you would as a regular WWE superstar, perform in NXT, work your way up, go on to WrestleMania, just like you would in WWE in real life. So it's very realistic. The gameplay is getting better and better every year.
Funny thing that maybe some don't remember that actually. You were part of the
first ever NXT Champion.
Right. right.
Yeah, at that time I had no idea NXT was gonna, be a third brand. It's not a developmental system anymore. It's not a developmental league. It's its own brand. Raw, SmackDown, or NXT. Finn Balor just went to NXT. After the draft, I'm sure more WWE superstars are gonna go from Raw or SmackDown to NXT. I would even love to go to NXT. Like I love that atmosphere. I love that crowd. I want to perform at a takeover. That's one thing I haven't had the opportunity to do yet. It's on my bucket list is to experience a takeover in the ring. Have one of the headline matches at a takeover. I think that's one of the most passionate wrestling events you can attend with in terms of the crowd reaction. Because
that's a funny thing. I have heard the reaction of many of our viewers and listeners, and some of them said that maybe going from the main roster to NXT, is that a downgrade for a superstar?
Not anymore. Not anymore. No, it's the same. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, not anymore. It's because NXT is on USA Network, so is Raw.
Yeah.
Not a downgrade at all anymore. That just speaks volumes for the evolution NXT has had. Maybe in the past, maybe some WWE superstars would see it as a downgrade because you're no longer on TV, but now you're on TV. And not only that, it gives you the opportunity to build because now, you're going to be one of the pioneers of NXT, even though NXT has been there for a while, but the new NXT, the TV era of NXT, it'd be so special to be a part of this generation right now that's going to put NXT on the map, that's going to elevate NXT to, the same status as Raw and SmackDown.
Does working for Raw, SmackDown, or NXT change anything on your job?
It does, yeah. Actually, it does. it changes your schedule.
Of course.
Yeah, not only that, but because if it changes your schedule, it changes your life. Like we spend so much time on the road. My family becomes the people on the road who I'm on the road with. Who am I going to drive with? Who am I going to go to the gym with? Right now, before I got hurt, I would travel and train with Drew McIntyre, right? So it does change. Like, if we go on separate brands, I asked him right now who he rides with. He said he goes alone.
Oh.
Yeah, so because it's very hard to meet people with the same interests or same schedule. Someone has to diet the same way as you, go to the gym the same way as you. Because some guys, they have a different life. They want to go out or go to restaurants every day or something like this, not workouts. Take days off here and there. Me and Drew, we have the same schedule. So no, it changes everything. It changes, your whole schedule, your whole life. Yeah. And we genuinely don't know where we're gonna go. We're gonna find out when as the draft happens.
Yeah, when we're taping this, so the SmackDown episode will be on Friday night for us here in Europe, and then on Raw, of course. So that will be very interesting. I asked all the other guys today as well, Raw or SmackDown?
So just for me personally, I would say SmackDown because I just feel more at home on SmackDown. When I first debuted in 2011, it was a roster split, and I debuted on SmackDown. Yeah. Then a couple months later, this roster split went away. But I started on SmackDown, and I won the title, WWE Championship on SmackDown, U.S. title on SmackDown. I just feel more at home on SmackDown. Yeah. And now with SmackDown on Fox, it's a huge opportunity. I know Fox is really excited, and but Raw is a flagship for years.
Raw is a legend, right?
Yeah. Raw is 3 hours, lots of opportunity. Raw has had so many moments, like great, tremendous moments. Anywhere is good. Even NXT, I want to be part of that NXT. Like this generation of NXT, that's going to put NXT on the map, as I mentioned earlier. So if I was to pick one, I would pick SmackDown, but I wouldn't be upset if I ended up on Raw or NXT either. Okay. I would be just as excited.
All right. Where do you see yourself in 2 years?
By 2 years, I think I'll be a Grand Slam champion. In order for that to happen, I need to win the Intercontinental Championship and the Tag Team Championship. So I got asked this earlier, who would you pick as a Tag Team Champion? As a partner, for the Tag Team Championships. If in the past, I would go Razor Ramon.
Okay.
Present, I would go Drew McIntyre or Cesaro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why not? Any special memories about Drew McIntyre? Because since you guys have been traveling together, there must be some crazy road stories there.
No, we're actually pretty boring.
You're boring?
No, because
you're just training.
We had all the fun in 3MB.
Okay.
Now, no, we don't do anything. Just train, sleep. We're so lazy. Like we're supposed to maybe leave at 1 PM, leave the hotel to go to the gym. I'll text Drew at noon, hey, I'm going to need an extra half an hour. And in half an hour, I need an extra half an hour. I need another half an hour. No, we're old. But it's nothing exciting. Gym, drive. We don't even eat. We don't even go to restaurants anymore because we bring our meals with us, in the cooler bags. We don't even go to restaurants anymore. We just our show, drive, gym, hotel room.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. But I wish that we had something exciting.
One question I've been asking all the other guys today as well.
Yeah.
Do you have any special tips on workout music that motivates you?
Yes. Do not forget your headphones on the way to the gym, or you're going to have to stop and buy a new pair. That's my tip. Always keep headphones. Doesn't matter what music listens to. I listen to Indian music, or I listen to hip hop. That keeps me motivated in the gym. But, whatever kind of music you like, just make sure you bring your headphones.
It's true. Yeah. And final question, do you have any final words for your German audience, for your German fans?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you. Our German fans, the German WWE universe are very, very passionate. I see them everywhere in WrestleMania, at Axis or something. I'll ask someone where they're from, and a lot of the time they'll say Germany. So thank you for all the support. Thank you guys for being such passionate members of the WWE universe, and look forward to coming back to Germany soon.
All right. Thank you for your time. I wish you all the best. Get healthy and get back into the ring. Thanks a lot.
Headlock, der Pro Wrestling Podcast.